Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Open Esports Student Games 2024, and you are watching the last game of the day. Now, guys, we did miss out quite a bit on the first part because unfortunately we didn't have the second game. It got cancelled, maybe postponed to tomorrow or vice versa. You'll get update on the NESA's official page, but we are down with our best series. Okay, it got cancelled. I just got a confirmation. It's forfeited actually, so Sri Lanka couldn't play, so I guess Bangladesh got the free win. But now we are here with the most hot topic of the game today. It is gonna be the Nepal versus India. From the casting, this is me, Zain, along with Grubby. Grubby, how do you feel about this game today?
Well, from what I've heard, I think these are the teams to look out for, and I'm quite excited to see how they play, what they play, and what the meta looks like for this tournament.
Definitely we should, because actually, you know what, the patch recently came out. The game's full of bugs, is very unplayable. That's why we have to reschedule a lot of games, and a lot of shenanigans are going on. The Diddle is being like bugged, and Storm having no mana, and then the new Ringmaster. Gladly the new Ringmaster is not added in Captain's mode yet, so we won't have to deal with it in the tournaments. But other than that, there are a few bugs, but amidst all that, I think the game stabilized a little bit. The servers are okay right now, so we'll be able to play the games, continue the game. So I'm really interested to see how the new meta, how the new patch have brought along the teams, because Team India and Team Nepal, as far as I know, haven't dropped a single game yet.
Yep, I think they're both at 2 points so far.
Yes, they both are. They're
two
the
wins,
big
I mean,
sharks.
2 wins. Yep.
Big sharks of the tournament. So I'm really interested to see who is the biggest shark of them all, because in the end we gotta find it out, right?
Who's the biggest one? Who's the baddest? And
Yeah.
who's going to get their first loss?
Yeah. I mean, the first slot is always gonna be the glory. I mean, if you get the top slot in the South Asian region, then it means you are the best team in the whole of South Asian region, because each of the teams here are representing their country. So best team. So we're checking the group table. We see the big sharks, aka India and Nepal, right now are sitting at the top of their group table with 6 points each. Pakistan with 4 points, Bangladesh with 3 points, Bhutan with 1 point, and Sri Lanka with 0 points yet so far. Anything you have to say about that, Grubby?
From what I've heard from Super Noob, when we were casting the Pakistan and Bhutan game, it looked like Pakistan were also one of the top dogs in this game, because the only reason it was a draw was because they decided to throw the first game versus Bhutan. So we can't count Pakistan off yet. They could be, hand in hand with Team India and Team Nepal, but because of a slight mess-up, they have 1 draw and 1 win. But we will know once we see them play against Team Nepal and Team India. I don't think they've played each other yet. So when they all get a chance to play with one another, then we'll know where they stand and who falls exactly.
Well, one thing, whenever there's a tournament, one particular thing that I really like is when you get to play each other. Like, everybody gets to play one another at least once. And this is the kind of tournament that we have here. In the group stage, everybody plays one another at least once, and which means we can evaluate a sort of strength coming in the group stage. Now then again, you have to remember these are BO2s, so you can't really determine a winner. Sometimes you see, like in series like where we saw Nepal, Pakistan dropped 1 series with Bhutan, so we don't really know which team is the stronger between Bhutan and Pakistan, right? Because they both won 1 team. Now we get to see the team roster. It's going to be Team Nepal, Luri, Session, Salem, Puzzle, Insomnia. I think Puzzle was dropped out the other day, or was it Insomnia? I'm not sure. I think one of them was not playing the other day. But they are back in the roster today. No more substitute for them, so we'll get to see a stronger Nepal hopefully. And from the side of Team India, we have the same roster: Drizzus, Abhi, Pampu, 69, and MNZ. Anything you gotta say about that, Grubby?
It's my first time seeing all of these players, but they all look like they're here to give us some entertaining Dota.
They definitely are. I mean, I've been casting these players for quite some time. Like it's been like more than years. So it is quite interesting to see how they've grown. Like I've seen people, like if I were to say I've seen, obviously I'm from Bangladesh, so I've been seeing Bangladeshi team grow day by day. I've seen Indian team get stronger, like in a menacing level. I think they are almost at that peak level where they can all compete in the tier 2 and perhaps in the tier 1 scene even someday, which is like a very proud thing for me to say as an Asian person, that one of the teams from our continent is going there. I mean, obviously there are other Asian teams, but I'm talking about strictly South Asian teams. So yeah.
Exactly. It reminds me of when TI first came about, and you know how people would be like SCA teams, we're just here to fill the quota. But looking at the teams
Yeah.
now, and even our region in particular, I feel like we're getting up there now. We are a menace.
We are
And the
definitely getting out
European
there.
and North American teams, they better watch out. Even the South American teams, they're getting so much better now.
Definitely. I recently casted a tier 1 South Asian tournament, and the teams showed promise. The one thing they face is an issue that we also have in somewhat our regions, is like they have a lot of electrical issues and internet issues. I think these issues like hold them down a lot. But other than that, they play so good. Like their combination, they have world-class players over there. They just need a proper setup, proper environment, and I think with that they can be top class players as well. But yeah, going back to the topic, Team Nepal and Team India, I think this is the game where it might determine who is going to be the actual face of South Asian region. I'm just gonna say it in a biased way, because I mean, these two teams have been showing us exceptional performances, and today I want to see if Team Nepal can bring out their signature Mirana build that we saw previously on yesterday's games, that they were completely blasphemous with that, and or Team India will just play as their key points. Like one of the things that I like about Team India is how well they're oriented. They know their objectives, they know their focuses, and they play exactly the way that they want to.
Methodical Dota, I guess. India might be one of those teams who they just know what to do. Like they know what their objective is, they know what they need to do, and they're gonna get it out. And now we are finally in the game, and Wind Ranger banned out by Team India.
It looks like Team India is going to be banning out the Wind Ranger, which was previously picked by Team Nepal. So if you ask me, I would say yes, Team India did their homeworks. Now, Team Nepal, are they going to go ahead and ban a few heroes from Team India as well? We've seen Team India play Leshrak. We've seen Team India... we've seen Team India be quite versatile, actually. So there are lots of heroes to take care of, lots of heroes to ban. But something that came into my mind specifically is the Pangolier, which was played by their mid laner. So I wonder if that's something that Nepal's gonna be feel threatened about and ban it out.
Well, Pangolier has always been a stable pick, regardless of what patch it is. It seems like the patch changes, but Pangolier just stays here. It doesn't want to leave.
With the new facet, the double jump, it's actually even OP.
Yes,
it's actually
even more shield, even more durable. And he's here to really stay. And Tinker banned out. Tinker is coming up there as a good support with his march, that healing march, I think. I've been seeing that facet quite a bit.
Stable. We've seen that other teams play Tinker as well. Like we saw Team Sri Lanka, I think, play Tinker in mid, which was something I wasn't expecting. I thought it was underrated. I completely underestimated it, and he played absolutely amazing. But yeah, I think Tinker can be played in mid now as well. After seeing that game, I kind of believe that Tinker can be brought back to the mid again. But
especially again, if he went with the Matrix facet, he gets quite annoying to kill when you keep refreshing that ability. And Rubik seems to be the first pick from the side of Team India. Nepal with a quick pick. Omni Knight. Surprising. Have they been picking a lot of Omni Knight?
Omni Knight, I believe so. They've been picking out OmniKnight. I'm not sure about Team Nepal. I haven't really seen many of their games where they played OmniKnight, but I think OmniKnight was played by Team Bhutan and versus Pakistan. In that series, I saw an OmniKnight coming in.
Oh, must be the first
One of the
game then.
teams.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no matter what strat or what lineup they've been saving, I'm sure since they're both facing each other and they're both the top seed right now, they might be bringing it all out. No holds barred, even everything, including the kitchen sink, I guess.
Yep, definitely. I think if you were to drop out your strats and everything, this is the game that you would want to
and
do.
the Leshrac that you mentioned. Shadow Team. 2 supports right off the bat. Let's see what Team India has in store for us. Lina and Ember banned out from the side of Team India. So if Leshrac is the mid, they were forced into it because Ember and Lina were banned out. Naga and DK banned out by Team Nepal.
Okay, so hear me out. This Leshrac is not a mid Leshrac. It's a position 4 Leshrac.
Oh, it's the current meta right now. Yes, I've been seeing with the Diabolic Edict, right?
It's so annoying with the Diabolic
I've seen videos about that. Yep.
It's just way too dangerous. If you just take the misanthropy, it's just so effective. It's just you melt down people. You just jump on them. Okay, Centaur picked by Team India. I think it's one of the picks that can actually survive the lanes with Leshrac. Centaur being like a hero that does give away some damage, like give and take. So Centaur is a very decent pick. Also, you have the very nice hoof stomp, AoE stun that you need in team fights, and the most important is the stampede, which gives you like an engagement and disengagement situation. Yeah.
Well,
sort of like an in-and-out situation.
It looks like Team India seems to favor heroes that lets them disengage or re-engage their team fights, because looking at the way that Team Nepal is planning, even the Naga is a good pick when it comes to, you know, disengaging and re-engaging into a better scenario for your team. So Centaur also does that. And Team Nepal picks an Ursa.
Okay. That's I guess
Centaur isn't gonna like his lane.
Yeah, Centaur is not gonna like his lane, definitely. And you have that Ursa combined with Omni-Knight. If the Omni-Knight goes position 5, considering the Leshrac does play position 4, that means the Ursa will be very hard to kill, because every time you try to lock the Ursa down, the Omni-Knight is gonna be there to dispel that. Nothing's gonna work on him. But though I do like that Shadow Demon pick, which does deny the Omni-Knight a lot.
Deny it, Even Ursa, even if he uses Enrage after he gets Demonic Purged, it does not dispel that. So he will be slowed. And the Centaur ult, Stampede, good way to disengage again. One more thing to note.
One more good thing. So so far, I do like the draft coming in from Team India. They do have a lot of things that can counter. They do have stuns. Team Nepal is gonna go with the Storm Spirit. Actually, Storm Spirit. I'm not sure if the bug is fixed yet. But the Storm Spirit, immediate counter. It's as if like they were not even thinking about. Okay, we're gonna pick a puck to counter Storm Spirit. We're just gonna pick puck whatever they pick. It came out immediately.
Now Team India's pick is looking better by the second. No matter what Team Nepal seems to be picking into Team India's picks, it does not seem to be like it's not looking good for them right now.
It seems like the case, because I mean, so far you look at that, right? Every single lane they have countered. Now, I have this theory in Dota. The better the lane you have, the better your game's gonna go. It doesn't matter, because we're not playing that of a top tier level Dota. If I were to say what kind of Dota it is, I would still call this like a bit below top tier Dota. This is not top tier Dota yet. We're not watching top tier Dota yet. So if you're not if you're not playing in TI, then that's not top tier Dota. Even sometimes I would call some majors are not top tier, because sometimes the team are just trolling, not serious. And because in every major, all of the teams are not even participating, right? So TI is the only one place that I would call top tier Dota. Unless you're playing TI everywhere else, you gotta win lane if you want to win the game. And that helps you every time. At least 80% of the time, if you win lanes, you are bound to win the game.
Exactly. Because right now, as you mentioned, even uh, in this level of competition, I wouldn't say exactly that you win lane, you win game, but if you lose lane, you tilt yourself, and this isn't going to help your
Yeah,
late game.
especially since this is the SEA,
Yeah,
that
exactly, and I'm sure they have their BMs already.
it's it does say some stuff.
Well, looking into it, looks like the Team Nepal have banned out Anti-Mage and Troll, so they don't want their Storm Spirit to
Hmm.
get countered even more. And for the side of Team India, they're
Yes.
locking out their offlane. Oh, they're banning some real good heroes so that their Puck can have a free game. And it looks like a real
Yeah.
free game for Puck this game. Hmm. Morphling. What do you think about that?
So what do you think about this Morphling?
Morphling is a good kite hero when it comes to facing Ursa, but I have seen certain games where if the Ursa can jump the morph, it's very hard to morph enough strength to not get bursted by the Ursa, especially once he picks up a basher.
Hmm.
So, still a relatively free game for Morph and Puck, but depending on what Team Nepal decides to get for their off, who do you think would be a good pick for Team Nepal right now?
I think for Team Nepal, if you were to ask me what would be the good pick, I would say that.
Oh, we'll know now. Oh, Darkseer. I wouldn't say that gets the job done. It's more
But
so to win the
Darkseer does
lane.
get the lane done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
at
the lane. That's
least.
the lane aspect. I was looking at something more of a, lockdown, team fight oriented. But I guess, like, they are a follower of your teachings. Win lane,
Yeah.
win game.
Well, I do wanna see how this how they're gonna kill the morphling, because I think they don't have much to deal with the morphling. Maybe in the early game, yeah, Storm Spirit does
Yep.
harass the morphling a lot, and the Storm Spirit, if he buys an Orchid, which I think he sure does,
He should.
then
He counters both the Puck
yeah.
and the Morph. It forces them to get Duels and Manta respectively.
Mm-hmm.
But Darkseer, if he goes down the normal punch route, that is quite good versus Morph too. Because Morph's
Yeah.
illusion will hit like a dump truck. And their supports are both squishy. As long as the Morph illusion does not hit the centaur, it's going to live for a long time.
Yep. Now
Let's see how the lanes.
it's I mean, I'm not gonna go that far until when they have to kill the morphling. I'm gonna stay like in the present first. In which case scenario, I think I would like to
Nothing
see
kills.
how they win the lanes, because morphling, I mean, in order to dominate the game, he needs items, and in order to get items, he needs to have a good lane first and have a good game first. And if Team Nepal plays aggressively in the early stage and possibly win their lanes and try to secure the mid game, then I think Morphling, before he could even remember, he just will become something sort of like an RTZ that we saw in the TI.
Oh,
He'll just keep farming while they end the throne.
end the game.
Yeah, but do remember, MNZ, all of the games that I saw from him so far, he played Morphling in those.
Ooh,
So that's
he's
something
a
that
Morphling connoisseur then. He's been grinding it out this tournament. But it looks like he will have a free lane because Darkseer, Iron Shell, he's a ranged hero. He can handle that easily. He can just get a massive death and sustain and farm indefinitely. And looking at his lineup, he doesn't have to be there for most of the fight. Puck, Centaur, they have all the lockdown and initiate that they need. And the two supports are always there to TP in to save the morph. And looks like, oh, Rumble in the mid.
Okay, looks like maybe a bit of a clash was gonna happen in mid, but I guess the clash did not happen. We are gonna see some spells being thrown here and there, though. The Puck knows the information about where they are or where they might be. Now the question is, where do they go? I like this positioning from Team India. They're just holding the high ground. They're just being patient up there, and they're holding the high grounds of Team Nepal, mind it. So
Exactly. They're on their territory now.
yeah.
Well, looks like both teams deciding to just get 2 bounty runes, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, just gonna respect each other and let each other take the bounty runes and get along with it. You know, just get along, start the game on a peace treaty. Oh,
well, what I'm most worried about this game is the mid lane. Whoever hits 6 first, they're gonna kill.
Yeah.
Arsa is doing the shortcut. He's saving that TP throw.
Yeah. Seems like he is gonna be saving that TP scroll.
And it looks like it's going to be Leshrak and Darkseer top. With, as you predicted, Omni Knight and Ursa bottom. In the mid lane.
Yep.
This is it. This is the bread and butter of Dota. Whoever wins this.
Oh, the bottom lane.
Ooh.
This Ursa is gonna harass this Centaur a lot. I mean, Centaur has a Rubik support, and Rubik support is not gonna be able to save him that much, to be honest.
Oh,
8 stacks onto Leshrak on top lane. He almost dies from that with the Shadow Poison. Ay, ay, ay.
Puck almost died too right now, mid. He has to be careful. Storm Spirit just hit him twice, used 2 of his remnants, and that was it for Puck's HP.
Yeah.
But he's recovering now,
This
slowly.
is quite interesting laning stage on all sides, to be honest. And I'm not sure which lane to watch anymore. I know there are some interesting lanes, like you said, mid lane. We gotta keep an eye on that for level 6 and all that. But it's actually quite interesting because the bottom lane has a lot of kill potential with the Ursa. If Centaur goes up front, they're gonna be able to kill. But then again, I can say the same thing for them as well, because with the Rubik and the Centaur, they both have stuns, they both have telekinesis, and they can jump on each other and get the kill onto them as well. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And on the top lane, you got the Morphling and you got the Shadow Demon, right? Shadow Demon will harass them a lot, and Morphling is one of the heroes that likes to play aggressive.
You just swoop in, get the kill, and go back to farming. And speaking about bot lane, even though there's potential from the side of Team India with Rubik and Centaur, as long as Omni Knight can hit his level 2, I would say, or level 3. Level 2 with his repel, I think that'll make the lane kind of unwinnable for the side of Team India. Because no matter what stun they throw out, I think it dispels the stun, if I'm not wrong. And then Ursa can just walk out of there.
Maybe. Well, we gotta watch to find out.
Exactly. We'll know as the game goes on. But looking at the CS, Puck seems to be winning slightly by 2 denies and 1 last hit. And every other lane seems to be alright.
I am still quite interested to see. I think they're still having the ping problems. There's a bit of a technical difficulty. Now, guys, do understand that Dota right now is very unstable. This is not a player problem. This is not a problem from our end. Dota itself is a bit buggy right now after the after the
Ringmaster.
After the update. Yeah. Ringmaster is just clowning us, you know?
Well, looks like they're still trying to fix their issues.
I guess. Looks like they're trying to disconnect and reconnect. If they just wait a little bit, maybe after coming back. Okay, a G has been called. Maybe his issue is fixed. Temporarily or for the time being, but the issue seems to be fixed and stabilized. So GWR has been set, and we are back to the game again to watch what really happens. Now I'm gonna be keeping my eyes all over the place. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to catch all the kills, but I'm interested to. I'm waiting for the players to get level up, because once this Leshrak hits level 3, he's gonna start diving onto this Morphling and onto this Shadow Demon, especially the Shadow Demon, because Shadow Demon, if he gets caught once, he's gonna get melted down by the Diabolic Edict.
Exactly. If he just uses his disruption one time and Leshrak has his way with him, I think that's it for the lane.
Yeah. Though the Diabolic Edict is only 6 seconds duration and the disruption stays for 2.75 seconds. So if you play it well, I think you'll be able to dodge quite a bit of that.
You mentioned
But
this?
on the bottom lane, like I said, ooh, they will be able to get a kill, and the first blood was drawn by the Ursa, and they almost killed the Ursa in the process. But then again, remember you have an Omni Knight with you. It's gonna be instantly heal up.
Yep, you have a heal bot down there. The Ursa has nothing to worry about. Looking at top,
that kind of enables the Ursa a lot, you know, like enables him to play really aggressive because he knows that he has a heal and dispel if something goes wrong.
Exactly. And looking at top, surprisingly, Darkseer is getting a lot of last hits. I thought the Morphling would be denying quite a lot of that, but looks like he's slacking off, or he's just a little worried because of the Leshrac looming around the corner.
I guess it's just the way that they're positioning in the lane. I mean, Darkseer is a melee hero. You gotta remember, Morphling does have a lot of high attack damage and all, but Leshrac still, when it comes to like attack animation, Darkseer will win every single time. Look at the Morphling. Getting way too much damage by the Iron Shell here. Gotta be careful though. It can be bursted down if he's not careful enough. Looks like Leshrac is not interested in that trade. He's gonna go back towards the lane because his wave is getting shoved inside the tower, but this Leshrac is not gonna leave anybody alone for today as he's diving in. Like I said, once he hits level, he's gonna go inside, and Pegasus is getting dived inside the tower. He's gonna have to forcefully use the disruption to survive that, and Selim is gonna respect that and get back.
The classic blood grenade diabolic edict combo.
Yep.
Well, looking at bot lane, seems like not much is happening down there. Seems like top and mid is where all the action is for the moment. Well,
most of the actions, yes.
Yeah. Looks like bot lane has stabilized a bit now after that first blood on the center by Ursa. Oh, they could be. No, Ursa does not.
I think the Centaur is just giving respect to this Ursa and Omni, so he's just playing in the back line. And now that the Rubik is gone, they might try something on them. The heal was used, but the purification did not hit the Centaur, so he's gonna get out of the damage. Morphling is playing with 300 HP, which is very surprising because just a few hits with things, he might just get bursted out. He does have one
Storm
level on the attribute shift though.
Storm Spirit gets picked out by the Rubik rotation. Good kill.
So the gang was there from the Rubik.
He went there
I
after
guess that's
he
a
picked
very
up
good rotation from Rubik because he can't do much in the bottom lane, right? So
might as well help his lanes on the other side.
Yeah.
But sadly that the Rubik got the kill on the Storm Spirit. Pop would have liked that. But a kill nonetheless for the side of Team India. And looks like Morphling having a bit of a tough time handling the Iron Shell creeps at top. Oh, he's at... Okay. I couldn't see the lane, so I didn't know that his HP went down by himself.
Yeah. I guess he's fine. I guess the Morphling is fine. Like I told you, he's played... I watched Team India play almost 4 games in this tournament. I think all of them I saw him play Morphling. Pretty much.
A Morphling expert. Well,
and he's been delivering really well with the Morphling. He played PA one game, I think, which was very aggressive gameplay from him. But yeah. Bottom lane. Looks like they are looking for a dive here. They're going on to Pampu. Abi comes in, drops down the Dream Call, gonna be able to get one, and they are looking for the Omni Knight as well. Omni Knight trying to run away for the time being. Puzzle. Receiving damage. Puck does have the illusionary orb, and it looks like a puzzle will be puzzled into walking inside the illusionary orb. And meanwhile, mid lane, trying to secure the rune. Pegasus is gonna get Diabolic Addicted.
Well, at least they got something in return for the side of Team Nepal, even though they lost their position 1 and their position 5. It was a hard gank. Like, I think the difference came from the Rubik rotation at mid earlier. So Puck managed to hit 6 quite early and then went to rotate and help his allies. A huge stack here now. Darkseer farming it all out. I don't think the side of Team India knows about this, no?
I think they do not. But I mean, even if they do, they can't really do anything. They don't have any heroes that can just invade the jungle and clear out the camps as fast as Darkseer can. So they're just gonna be chilling about it. He forgot to kill one creep, this hill troll. If you look at the top triangle.
Yep, he left it.
Yeah, and that's actually sad because it's not gonna get any creeps. Now with the Darkseer, what you can do is you can camp stacks, and then you can just put Iron Shell onto one of the big creeps or small creeps, and then the creep just kills itself. It's sort of like a griefing tactic, like the creeps griefing themselves.
An agent.
It works wonders for them.
An agent for the creeps.
Yeah. Yep. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Abhi tried to go onto the Storm Spirit here with the Dream Call. A very worth try, but was not able to get a kill onto the Storm, as Session is going to be able to get out there and go back to base safe and sound.
Also
Bottom lane looking
harassed.
very spicy.
Exactly. Even with that heal, he's still quite low in HP.
Oh, mid lane, Pegasus
right.
getting jumped on. Storm jumps in, gets the electric vortex onto him. He will save himself for the time being, but here comes the Diabolic Edict. Pegasus will not be able to survive that. Selim, very low, trying to escape that, but this Puck is really on top of them. Now Puck will go on top of that, and he's actually waiting on the high ground already for Session there. Session trying to escape, does not have more mana left on him. He does have the Arcane Rune on him though. And now here comes the Puck with the Rubik following up in the back line. Going in, another right click, and the illusion orb will be able to finish him off. And they thought that Puck left him alone, but actually did he? Because he did not.
He did not. He was 2 steps ahead of him. He waited for him. Storm Spirit basically walked into the mouth of the Puck. But that Arcane Rune made that kill quite difficult for the side of Team India. But eventually, with that whole chasing sequence, they managed to bring down the Storm, get revenge for the side of Team India for killing their Position 5 Shadow Demon.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, I wanna ask you a question.
Okay, shoot.
If we drop down all the items, right? Let's say we have all of both of the heroes have passive items like MKB, Butterfly, Skadi, whatnot.
Top lane.
And
1 second.
Top lane.
Oh, no. It looks like Storm Spirit cancelled his TP and Darkseer managed to run away. Okay, you can continue.
Okay. Yeah. So I was saying like Morphling versus Ursa, if they hit each other, who do you think is gonna die first?
Are they using spells?
Okay, let's say they use spells. Under normal circumstances, Morphling versus Ursa, who wins?
Well, 100% of the time I would think Ursa.
Well, I say yeah, Ursa win. But then again, if Ursa doesn't have his enrage, or if the enrage timing was dodged by the Morphling, if the Morphling knows how to play around the Ursa,
then
Ursa will just get burst.
Yeah, Ursa will just get guided because the Morphling has so much mobility spells.
Yeah.
And he can push the Ursa around literally with his adaptive strike.
Yeah.
So I think.
Then again, if the Ursa gets a Abyssal Blade, then that's Morphling dead.
I think the main thing that comes down to it is how does Ursa close the distance? If the Ursa can reach the Morphling before he takes any point of damage, then it most probably Ursa will win the fight. But if Morphling can kite him out really well, and that's it for Ursa.
And normally, the problem that we see that heroes have face when they are facing off against a Morphling is Morphling, when he does shift into strength, they are not able to finish off that massive health pool of his. But that's not a problem for Ursa, right?
Yes.
I mean,
he doesn't mind if his HP goes higher because he'll just build up stats.
He's actually happy about that.
Yeah, and just build up Fury Strike.
Yeah, look at those juicy stacks from Darkseer. Like I said, the creeps are griefing themselves, just
Agents.
automatically farming. But
Team
actually,
India?
the call is gonna be dropped. He's gonna drop out the
steals
wall
the
of
wall.
as well. He's gonna be stolen by Rubik
Green wall.
immediately, and they have the wall and a lot of stuff are going on. Storm comes in. He's gonna try to take out Pampu. Pampu's finally gonna go down. They're gonna take a trade kill onto 2 heroes. That Puck did not expect so many heroes to come in there, and they're actually gonna start farming the illusions with the illusions.
Well, Trump
kind
would
of
be
funny.
happy seeing this fight. They built 2 walls, not just one.
Yeah.
Looks like Centaur. Nope. Ursa has phase boots,
Just a
so
little bit of poking.
Yep. the centaur has reached that point where he can just start killing the creep wave and going to farm the jungle, but he decides, no,
Oh.
I will fight you. Rubik
And
comes
the
in.
support is here as well,
And-
and he's gonna be able to finish him off.
Good bait.
What a
good
nice
bait.
execution from Team India here.
Nice play, nice coordination, nice communication, most of all. Oh, look at this. Look at this tag. Fox dying though.
Oh,
If I was the
if he
centaur,
gets the stack,
that's where I want to
Uh-huh.
be right now.
I mean, true, but I mean, it's a team game. At the end, we're not playing pubs here, so I mean,
Exactly.
they wouldn't grief each other, right? They would give it to the puck and let him complete his Witchblade. I'm not sure
Exactly.
if he can farm that stacks though.
Oh well, he has allies. I hope they give it to him.
He has people to help him out. Yeah,
Well,
maybe he can finish it off after all.
if it's the classic
But, look at
Shadow
that.
Demon from Pub,
Smoke.
I would steal it.
There's a smoke from Team Nepal, but
Oh.
they're not gonna be joining the
No.
party anytime soon.
It's too late,
Late to the
and Puck gets his Switchblade. Oh, I think they're
And
playing
that will
around
be
the
pulled it out.
14-minute timer. Wisdom runes.
I guess. I
Oh.
guess.
They're waiting for the centaur. They're baiting him out again.
Centaur's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough
Yeah, but-
kill to them.
But he doesn't
He does
have
have
his
enough money to
Stampede.
buy the blade mill.
And he doesn't have
He's not going
Stampede.
for it. They do have Ursa.
Oh.
Stampede is on cooldown, so
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
a-
that's it. That's why they want to go on him. But now the Ursa is gonna be able to get
Enrage?
out of there. Enrage is there, but he's not breaking the coil. Finally, will be
Breaks
deciding
it
to break
too
the
late.
coil, but it
Oh.
is already too late. And the Centaur will not even die for that. They actually lose the storm as well, and that is very upsetting for Team Nepal as they're trying to get back right now. Puzzle is caught in here. The Centaur finally will drop down the
Oh, the
Stampede, and
Morphling comes
Morphling
in
comes
as
in
well.
from the tree line as well, and that is just 3 heroes dead and gone like that.
Dude's bottom.
Sub diff.
Radiant structure.
Looks like the BM is still going strong. Oh, Shadow Demon going mid. Looks like he's just here to defend the tower, and the rest of his team are gonna get bot tower. Looks like this was a good fight for the side of Team India. Managed to turn that around, even though Centaur didn't have his Stampede. And he managed to get it back in time to chase, to get the kill on the Omnibay.
Looks like that is gonna be the case here, but I am actually interested to see how they're gonna play around this Puck right now, because I think Puck is currently the one of the strongest heroes in the game right now. Morphling is very strong, but I don't think he's gonna start fighting because he's strong, but he's also very vulnerable. So he's probably gonna be farming out there while the team starts playing around the Puck, and the Centaur is gonna join in as well. I like this thing about Centaur is he went for chainmail and he didn't complete his blade mail. He waited for his team to check the timing, and he actually went for a blink dagger, which he's gonna reveal right now. Goes inside, still has
Oh,
the
he gets
dream
leashed.
call, which he does not use at first. A very wise decision by the Puck, as he's actually want to go inside. Selam is gonna drop out his diabolic edict and the split earth as well, which is gonna be dropped amazingly by Abhi here, and they got a double kill in the mid lane right now, which is gonna give them a reward of a mid tower. And guess what, this mid tier 1 tower going down at 15 minutes means they will have the entire map access from now on, Team India.
Exactly, and with nighttime, it wouldn't look surprising if they smoke up and decide to gank the Ursa now. Looks like Centaur is heading bot, but it's just him, and Puck doesn't have his Dream Coil anymore, so I don't think they'll be going for that anymore. But on the bright side for Team Nepal, their farming area is safer now, a little bit, because if they commit to all the way deep towards their tier 2, more chances for a rebuttal kill, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what Team India decides to do now. That
Yeah,
is-
it's gonna be all up to them what they want to do.
Oh, Storm
I'm
Spirit.
quite interested to see still how they wanna go on. Storm actually gonna go
Oh,
get out of there. He does have a bottle
DD.
amplify damage.
Oh yeah, it's amp now. I thought it was DD.
Yeah, it's amp damage, but if you hover your mouse towards the bottle, right, it still says double damage. Look at that.
Small indie company.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah.
Small indie company. Well,
I mean, Valve still better game, you know? And they drop down the coil onto the Storm Spirit. They want to go on him, but do they have the advantage? Yes, they do. As Stampede is used, Morphling comes in with the wave farm, finishing him off, and Pampu is on a killing spree. Abby is on his killing spree as well, and it looks like Morphling is going to be able to get out of there. He is switching back and forth on his HP, though, but he is going to be safe for the time being. Again, double kill for the side of Team India. 9k lead for them now in 17 minutes into the game, and Team India are looking really, really strong right now.
That was a good play from the side of Team India. Puck dodging that splitter from the side of Team Nepal, the Shrek splitter. It looked like they could have gotten a return kill on the Puck, but after he dodged that splitter, all hopes went down the drain.
It definitely looks like that is the case, but I wouldn't still count Team Nepal out of the game yet, because I feel like once the Storm has a silence Orchid finished up, I think that's gonna be quite cite crucial for them.
The repel.
Oh,
She was completed on the dance here. Could be the timing that they've been waiting for, because they do have a lot of magic damage. Ursa being gone on by the morph. Oh, Ursa, he decided to stick her. Oh, the centaur blue is done, but he has allies at the back. Oh, disruption, easy cancel, and looks like they'll just have fun with their food. Ursa getting a little too greedy. Oh, Storm Spirit, but no.
But he doesn't have teammates, so I think he gets out of there. He's actually going to silence the Storm before he goes out, just to make sure that the Storm is not able to jump on him and catch him. That's little details that I like. And Puck, look at him. He's just playing around in the area. He's actually going to drop down the Dream Call onto two heroes, and he's going to be silenced up. The Orchid just got delivered. Abby was not expecting that puzzle. He's going to survive for the time being. He did use his ultimate to get rid of that few last hits, few right clicks from Puck that he was trying to give him. And Abhi just tried to be a bit overcommitted there, and is gonna pay the price with his life there. 608 gold goes to the Star.
That's a lot of gold. There. And I think he has a use, right? I think he used it aggressively, so he didn't have it when the use was cast onto him. Looks like a classic Thompson play. Wins the lane, feeds the game.
Yeah, that may be the case.
Well, but that's just one kill, I guess. They still have their Morphling farming really well, and the Centaur, he's not shying away from their net worth either. They're both farming hard, and looks like Pipe is almost done for Centaur. Morphling, I think, should be at the top of the net worth. Yep, he's at the top of the net worth, and even though Puck died, he's still second. Darkseer close behind. Oh, Puck again.
Actually...
Oh, he had it used, but the Diabolic Edict. Oh, get the kill.
He's actually going to be able to get a kill onto the Storm. Like I said, I wouldn't count Nepal out of the game yet. Since they have the Orchid, they are going to be able to play much more aggressive right now. But the Dream Call dropped down onto two heroes. Morphling is right around the corner, but do they want to go in? This Leshrak is also ready to go in with the Diabolic Edict. He's actually going to go in, but the wrong target he chose. He actually went inside of Morphling, who's going to finish him off quite gladly. Storm doesn't have any more mana, so they have to get back right now. But Pegasus is trying to scout out an enemy. Abhi is back again as well. He is looking forward to that Blink Dagger. Once he does get that, then the Storm will have a hard time jumping around here and there.
Well, through all of that, the Darkseer was still farming, and he's almost gonna get his Blink Dagger now next. So that could be one of their timings where they can smoke up, maybe get something. Oh, Storm Spirit.
Be the case. Oh, Storm Spirit jumps onto the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is surviving for the time being. He's not gonna die. He's gonna use the Disruptor to survive for the time being. But once he gets out, he does have a Remnant waiting for him, so he's not gonna be able to make it. Now Selam goes inside trying to catch the Puck. Will not be able to do so. The ult was used aggressively by the Omni Knight to save his teammate, and Puck survives that, and he's gonna be able to get out of that. Puck is absolutely putting on a show for us here.
But hopefully he doesn't do any more agent plays. But
yeah,
I think he's just becoming a little too aggressive. Oh, bot lane?
I guess.
Let's try. Oh, decimated. But 2 ults used for that, I would say it's okay. That's a support Lesh.
I mean, support Lesh is just doing whatever he can, right? But if he dies, even if he dies, it's actually fine because he's doing a lot of damage before he dies. Even if he does die with a Diabolic Edict on, that does a lot of damage to the enemies.
And it's always better for my support to die than me as a core.
Yeah, definitely. But his core died as well, so that's not the best of news.
That is bad news there then.
That is very bad news indeed, and
Green dudes
Oh, they get the Morphling kill.
in your bottom.
It's a huge
Do
kill.
they?
Almost 1,000, almost 1.1k gold.
Morphling was there all by himself. Now again, a very crucial mistake made by Team India. Now they're on a huge lead right now. Morphling went for a Daedalus straight after the Manta, which is something that you don't really get to see quite often. I guess
Well,
they are
BKB
trying
doesn't
to...
really make sense, I guess.
Yeah, I think Daedalus
Not-
is kind of bugged right now, where Daedalus... The bug, they fix a little bit of it, where the Daedalus is not doing an insane amount of damage anymore, but Daedalus is still, like, I think ignoring the armor, if I'm not wrong. I'm not completely sure about this, but it kind of ignores armor and deals damage as if it was True Strike,
Cheers!
like pure damage. Yeah.
Team India knows what they need to buy to win the game.
Is under attack.
Daedalus is their saving grace now. But looking on the side of Team Nepal, looks like they're coming up now. The lead is still almost 10k, but I feel like it doesn't look like that. Looks like they're in it now.
Oh, look at the damage coming in from the Morphling. See, this is what I was talking about.
Oh, that's what you
This
meant.
is way too
Oh,
much.
it's too much.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
calling the
just
cops.
melting. The Roshan is just melting right now. And
Oh, he already has it. It looks like the active of the Bloodthorn is continuously making the Daedalus proc. Due to the bug, I guess.
Dyer's top
Because it looks like he's critting continuously.
yeah,
When he should
it
not
almost
be.
looks like that.
Mhm.
I think they fixed that bug where it dealt more damage for the time being, but still, it's very dangerous. And Morphling has
It's
a
cutting a lot.
specialist area as well. With that, if he hits somebody inside, that's gonna be like a disastrous thing. It's like
Bye-bye.
as
Bye-bye,
if a
support.
Divine Rapier Medusa came and hit you,
Exactly. Or a gyrocopter with a divine
or a
rapier.
gyrocopter, yeah,
Exactly.
Divine Rapier.
Well, they got the
MNZ
Roche.
feeling strong now. Team India
No.
done making solo plays, done making flashy
Yep.
plays. Now they are onto the towers, done onto the objectives.
what you gonna do?
Exactly. So it looks like Team India decided like, okay, no more screwing around. We're in it to win. Oh, can they get the kill? Or win?
They are trying.
Oh, he gets picked off. And can he get out? That's another question now. And he's out. Oh, but a huge vacuum from the side of Team Nepal. Storm going in with his BKB, but it looks like Rubik's stole the wall and Puck with his ult. Looks like they're just gonna get an Omni and that's gonna be it, unless they can get a kill on the Ursa. Ursa looks like he is down the crit. You mentioned the crit. And Storm
Yeah.
caught with his pants down. Use. That is an aggressive
Not
use,
quite
I
done yet,
think.
though.
Oh, can they get the kill? Oh, Centaur comes in strong and killed
He's gonna
himself.
be able to get out of there.
Yep.
They
Killed himself to
don't-
the iron
They do
shell.
lose the morph once though, so the Aegis of
Yes.
Immortality is gone on him. Now they are trying to get back out of there, but Pampu decides otherwise. He's actually gonna waste some time on them and just gonna play around with them a little bit until their cores are safely out of there. I think Morphling does need a BKB before he
Yeah,
can
exactly.
actually go inside and do something again.
There's always that one or two spells that always nicks at you and then makes your game quite difficult. So BKB doesn't hurt. But that was a good try from the side of Team Nepal. It looked like they had a good initiate with the Dark Seer, but with the Dream Coil, with Rubik stealing the wall, it looked like a good disengage. And they didn't even need the Centaur Stampede to get out because they had already used that to help Morphling get out. Looks like things are going down at mid. Is somebody going to die?
Oh, looks like
No.
they are trying, but nope. They
Disengage.
just see each other and just leave. Just a little bit of investigation going on, like, hey, what are you doing over there, you know? But let's see.
Net worth. Oh, Storm is coming back up now. He has overtaken the Centaur finally. Also, still looking a little thin there. He could use with some more farming, but I think he just got his Battle Fury a while ago, so now hopefully he gets to farm more core items. I think he should try for a BKB next, right?
Dire's middle tower
Looking at the side of
I think
Team
so,
India,
yeah.
that would be best. No, he decided to go for a blink.
That
He went blink after
Okay.
Battle Fury, but good engage. I think he has Omni Knight to feel a
think-
little safe.
Yeah. Ursa actually fell down quite a bit, and now they're going on
Oh.
inside in the bottom lane onto the Dark Seer. Dark Seer is gonna be immediately getting
Oh,
deleted.
those
It didn't look
wards.
like he's
It gave him the
a
vision.
support. Yes,
Exactly.
the Rubik went inside. He just didn't die in vain. He just placed those two wards. The wards are gonna be dewarded, but at what cost? At the cost of a Rax and a kill of your offlaner here. Now,
Oh, Storm's
Storm,
great.
he's actually going to try to escape out of there because he knows the puck is going to be going into the corner. He actually wanted to stay there to make some play from there, but won't be able to do so. With the Morphling having his BKB and the Daedalus, he's going to deal a lot of damage even to the towers, and the towers are going to melt down.
Well, looks like it's going to be
Constantly
Oh,
puck being
oh,
harassive as
yeah.
he is.
Abi playing extremely aggressive on the puck, and this gives his team enough opportunity to just ham at their base. Two sides, right?
Yeah, the Orchid was also used.
Exactly,
so-
and I think he got glimmered by his support, so he just walked out of it. Now, only one side of Rax left for the side of Team Nepal, and they smoke up. Let's see what they decide to do. They have all their ults, they have all their spells. I think if it's time, like if they were looking for a moment, I think this is it. This is do or die for them. Because if they keep waiting around the Mega Creeps, they're just going to eventually lose. And can they find the puck? No. He jaunts out.
Actually, he's going to be able to get out of there.
Exactly, and
That was a nice read by the puck.
Mm.
Now, Selam is very deep inside. He's
Oh.
gonna meet the Morphling, who he doesn't want to meet. Now, he was seen, but he's gonna be able to immediately blink out of there. So he's in the safe position for the time being.
oh,
but
puck.
he gotta be really careful.
He catches three people.
Puck, he's actually gonna be able to get a double dream call onto the two heroes that they need the most, and they're gonna go onto the Omni Knight. Actually, Omni Knight is not gonna be able to survive the damage coming in from the Morphling, and now they're going on to Ursa. Ursa dies, and the Dark Seer seems to be the next target. Triple kill for this Morphling. Morphling might as well get a rampage here. Is it gonna be an
Ultra
ultra
kill,
kill for him?
rampage?
And the
Rampano.
healed up Storm, he's gonna be able to get out of there, and the Morphling
Jeez.
with another right click does get the rampage. The buyback comes in from the Omni Knight, but he's not gonna be able to come in, and the GG was called from the side of Team Nepal. As Team India, again, like I said, they like to play a disciplined game. They like to play the Dota where they focus on the objectives. They like to play under an impression where they know when to fight, when to not fight, and they exactly did the way they did. And Team India is gonna be the winner for the first game of the series today.
Yes. Just as you mentioned, Zain, India knew what they wanted. They got what they wanted, and they stuck with their game plan. A little bit of, Asian vibes from Abi on that puck, a little bit in the mid game. But then I think after a little bit of scolding from his team, they were back on track. Got the Roche, took the towers, got the Megas. GG's.
Definitely, and I mean, would you look at that? They have such an amazing stats. Like, if I were to talk about an MVP, I would definitely give it to Abi on the puck.
It would
He
definitely
was
be
so
him.
annoying and so harassive to the enemy. He made so much space for the Morphling. Morphling played amazing as well. He does deserve some sort of shout out. Actually, a lot. So all of the members from Team India played really good, but you gotta give it out to Team Nepal as well. I feel like they just kind of fell out on the item timings, because Morphling, the Storm, he didn't have his Orchid very early. Like, he had it Orchid very late.
Yes, like,
Even though you saw,
yeah, but like,
even if it came late, it was very effective,
it
right?
still got the job done. But like you mentioned, by the time he got the Orchid, I think Puck already had his Yule, so it wasn't as effective.
Yeah.
So, but still, when Puck got a little too aggressive, he managed to get that huge kill on Puck, and then they tried to make a comeback. They got two huge kills, one on the Puck, one on the Morphling, if I remember correctly, and that was the start of their comeback, but sadly, Team India just recuperated. They got back together. They decided that, okay, no more fooling around. We're going to do what we do best, follow the objectives. And then I think it was too much for Team Nepal. They just, if I were to go back to your initial words, it would be win lane, win game. They just fell off in the laning phase,
Definitely.
and Team India just like snowballed after that. They just farmed a lot. They took objectives, and then they decided, let's end the game now. No more fooling around.
Yeah. And Morphling, if you watch his items, usually that's not the kind of items you would
Exactly.
normally see on a Morphling, right? The Daedalus second item, because he knew that they were having such an easy game, they just went on. Now, another thing, okay, we have to we got the call from the production team.
Okay,
We're
it
gonna
is
go on to the
Abhi.
MVP, and it is gonna be Abhi from the puck. That puck, 16 assists, 2 deaths, and 8
Kills.
kills. One of the deaths was unfortunate because he didn't know the Orchid was
Yeah.
there, and compared to Storm, who was playing good, but he did not have his items on the right timing. Maybe if he had that Orchid early, he would have been much better. So yeah,
I would
we
say
gotta give it
that.
out to the MVPs.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that more so than the mid players being like one being better than the other. I feel that both teams played excellently, but I think it came.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
it's all due to the fact that the like the hero phase, the hero, what heroes were picked. Basically, I feel that Team India had much better picks. If you consider the lanes, so because they could ensure such good lanes for each other, then that's what gave them the that push to win and get much better results.
Well, I guess, but then again, in the end, we have a winner for the game one. This is a best of two series, still group stages, guys. So they're still getting to know each other. They're still studying each other. They're still studying the new patch, as I am. So we have more games to come. At least for today, we have another game between Team Nepal versus Team India, where we can see actually, these things that you are mentioning, these things that I'm mentioning, maybe they will be able to fix it out on the next game, because if Team Nepal are able to win the second game, then it will be called a draw, and then we will have to wait for the playoffs to find out who the stronger team is. But before we go to the second game, I think we're going to take a short break,
Oh.
right? So we're Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Open Esports Student Games 2024, and we are watching Team Nepal versus Team India. The first game went in the favor of Team India, but Team Nepal, they showed us that they had a little bit of flaws. Maybe if they are gonna work on that in this game, maybe we're gonna see a different results, because Team Nepal are not gonna give up. This is a best of 2 series, just the group stages, so we have more games yet to come tomorrow and the next day. This is only, I believe, the day 3, right? We have day 4 and day 5 coming up soon. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how the games are gonna be. And
Exactly.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Like
So
you
from the casting,
mentioned.
this is me again, Zane, with Grubby. Grubby, what
Hello,
do you
hello.
expect from the game 2?
Well, I hope that Team Nepal have a better drafting phase, because looking at the last game, I think it all came down to the drafting phase. They picked the wrong heroes into Team India's lineup, and Team India seemed to have every answer to whatever picks came from the side of Team Nepal.
Yeah.
When it comes to the laning phase and the skill, I think both teams are equally matched. But again, it all comes down to the heroes. The heroes simply existed and then got the job done for the side of Team India. I'm not saying that Team India didn't play well; they played exceptionally well. But like I said, it all comes down to the heroes. They just gotta
Yeah.
pick better, I would say, ban
But you
better.
know, more than heroes, what I think is it all comes down to the players who are playing these heroes, as we're going to take on look into the roster, because we're going to see Team Nepal. We have Luri, Session, Salem, Puzzle, and Insomnia, and these are the players who are controlling these heroes. These are the players behind the representing their countries behind the flags. And on the Team India, we have Abhi, Dresses, Pampu, 69, MNZ. I think Abhi and MNZ has been very crucial point. And Pampu, you gotta give some credits to him as well, because on position 4 in the previous game, you saw how with the Rubik, he wasn't doing much on the lane, so he just left the lane to go in the mid and
Yeah.
gang that Storm Spirit and kill him early on and secure the rune for the puck, and that made the puck get the level 6 early, and then he
Early, yeah.
ganked at the bottom lane, which kind of opened up a lot of space and a lot of things for the side of Team Nepal.
Because I think the centaur was having a tough lane bot, but after the puck rotation and giving him that getting that double kill on the Ursa and the Omni Knight, that really opened up the lane, and I think centaur managed to farm really well after that. Ursa started struggling for the rest of the game, and I don't think he ever really recovered. He did manage to get the Battle Fury and the Blink, but after that, I think they couldn't follow through, because they had good initiates, they had good re-initiates, they could answer a lot of the team fight that was being thrown at them by Team India, but I think they just didn't have that little bit of oomph left to just finish off Team Nepal. Team India, I think, by
Yeah.
Team Nepal.
Yeah.
Well,
So from this second game, I'm actually expecting, like you said, a different draft coming in from Team Nepal. Like they were showing us a really great
Waffling band out?
Mirana showdown the other day. I'm hoping maybe if they want to go with the same draft. But Team India already had banned one of the crucial picks of that draft, which is the Windrunner, and they're gonna go with the Hoodwink pick. So it is gonna be a different draft coming in from Team Nepal this time around. Okay,
Oh,
is that a support Sven?
versatile, I guess. If they feel like their Sven can do really well against Team Nepal's core, maybe they'll keep him as the core. And if they have a support to answer some issues that Team Nepal presents to them, they have the flexibility.
I guess. Now,
The green team's banning someone.
okay, they're going for the second phases of bans. So I think Team Nepal has the first pick this time, right? If you ask me, what would I take if I won a coin toss as a captain? I would always take first pick. Why? Because first pick has a very decent picking lineup. And second
Picking
pick,
order.
if you take,
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you're gonna be able to get that last pick. Maybe you're gonna be able to secure that mid lane. But in high tier Dota, you know that doesn't matter much. But if you look at the first pick, right, you get the 17th and 18th pick, which are good. I mean, sorry. You get the 18th pick, and on the second pick, you have to pick 16, 17. That means you have to reveal 2 of your cores before the enemy reveals
Yes,
like one of their cores. You have to reveal 3 of your cores. Sorry, my bad. No, never mind. 2 of your cores. You have to reveal 2 of your cores. You just get left with 1 core that you get to pick on the last pick. Other than that, you reveal 2 supports and 2 cores, and then the enemy has to pick their carry. So you give a carry a little safer place to get that pick, right? You in that 18th pick.
Yep. Well, looks like Tiny for the side of Team India. Is he still as broken as I remember him to be, like last patch, with his toss passive?
It is still kind of broken, but not as broken as before. It's still broken.
That used
I
to
would still
hurt.
call it broken. It still hurts when you throws you.
Especially when you're a support. That's how your HP gone.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a Sven support and a Tiny support, or this could be a Sven carry actually, because they have the morphing ban. So MNZ would be like, okay, they ban my hero, I show them my another hero. Pick Sven.
Well, Sven versus Hoodwink in lane as a support. Wouldn't call it the best, but he has the armor to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. I mean, Hoodwink really. What can you do with the Hoodwink? I mean, you can do a lot of things to Sven, and Sven can do a lot of things to you as well. It's like I would call it a neutral matchup. But then again, we have to see what kind of offlane comes in, because this Sven is a flex pick up until this point. You can send this Sven to a support as well, because support Sven has been a thing in this meta for some reason.
Especially with that new shield facet, the barrier. Oh, Clockwork.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like 2 supports, both from the side of Team Nepal and India. Team India having a bit more flexibility with that Sven pickup.
Ooh. I actually kind of like this Clockwork pick, to be honest, because they have 2 melee heroes, and Clockwork is very, very crucial against these 2 heroes, because Sven and Tiny has a kind of... There's a... I don't know if a lot of people knows this, but there's like an attack interval or attack animation timing of each hero, which that time it takes that amount of time, that amount of seconds. It's very less, but it's crucial for you to perform your attack, like every single right click attack. And Tiny and Sven has very weird attack animation. The attack interval is very high for them compared to the other heroes. So when Clockwork goes onto them with Battery Assault, they can barely hit.
Exactly.
The interval time between each Battery Assault tick and the attack interval for Sven and Tiny is just clashes, and it doesn't let you attack anymore. Especially Tiny, you can't do anything.
Tiny will never attack. You have no chance of escaping his cogs.
Yeah.
And speaking of attack animations, I feel Grow Ranger has one of the worst attack animations, and is one of the hardest heroes to last hit when it comes to the early laning phase. I still dread playing her in the early days.
The attack animation, the arrows are so slow when it comes. Jao, and you can say the same thing for Mirana as well.
Oh, you gotta stretch that bow to start firing your arrow. No wonder it takes so long.
Even so, it's still not good. But talking about attack animation, Shadowfiend does have a decent attack animation. Those balls thingy, like
balls of
shadow, whatever he throws, is kind of fast, to be honest. So, and I think this is going to be a Shadowfiend playing carry. He's going to be sent to mid as well, playing the Raze. Shadowfiend, the Raze are currently very broken in this meta. After getting hit by 2 Razes, you basically cannot move anymore. You're oh, looks like somebody forgot to ban Tinker this time.
So it could be a Sven carry. Still looks like it could be viable.
It could be, and it could be a Tinker support or maybe a Tinker mid. We never know.
Tinker mid. Tinker mid.
Team India is gonna be like, we're gonna pick 5 heroes, and everybody's gonna ask who's gonna play what.
Leave them guessing.
Yeah, leave them guessing.
Well,
Like,
Team Nepal
never
bans
let
out the
them know your next move.
Naga again. Like, has Team India been picking a lot of Naga recently?
Mm,
Or do they just
I
not like playing against the
don't think
Naga?
so. They have.
Maybe they just don't like playing against the sneak initiate. Oh, Dawnbreaker. Lot of healing coming
Mhm.
up. The barrier,
Okay.
if it is a support, and I think it looks like it could be uh core spell. Not really sure
I
yet.
I like the Dawnbreaker pick, to be honest. I like the Dawnbreaker pick.
Gives it more of a global presence with Tinker and Dawn.
Yeah.
So no matter where you are in the map, you always have two more heroes to worry about.
Yeah. It's like whenever you want to take a fight, you always got to remember that, okay, these guys are going to show up. Wherever you take fights, these guys are going to show up out of nowhere. So they got to play it safe. They got to play it
Slada.
really safe, actually. Okay.
Well, that at least counters the armor that comes from Sven,
Yeah.
in a
The
sense.
Naga is actually, the Slaughter is actually a really good pick here against the Sven and a Tiny. Also Dawnbreaker, because these are very high armored heroes, and Slaughter just takes care of that, you know?
He says no you to their armor and just starts pummeling them. And let's not forget, SF has this aura too that reduces the armor. If I'm not mistaken, he still has it, right?
Teams banning someone
Yeah,
now.
he does.
Okay.
Someone now.
With all the facet changes, I don't know what heroes have anymore. It just changes with what facet you take. So they have quite a lot
I
of
think he still
minus
has
armor.
that passive where it does reduce your armors. That's
Because
still comes from the
yeah,
passive.
because I remember the passive also gives him less cast animation time. So that's why it
Yep.
gets a little confusing.
Team pick.
Okay,
Yeah, I
final
think
pick.
no, it's not the facet. It's now in the spell. It's in the
Oh yeah, it's in
talent
the.
tree.
Oh,
It's not even on the spell.
okay.
It's in the talent tree.
Oh,
Okay,
it
it's gonna be a
changed it.
Leshrac. I think this is not a support Leshrac. This is gonna be a mid Leshrac, and Team Nepal just gave it away. Team India is gonna go with
Yep.
an Invoker.
Invoker.
Abi on
What
the
is-
Invoker on the last pick. Okay.
So Sven carry, I would guess.
Yeah, it is a Sven carry and
It
Tinker
is.
support. So
They played them all. They juked them. They said that nope, it's not a support. And looks
he
like
first picked Sven carry.
Exactly. Left them guessing. 200 IQ
Yeah.
move right there. And Tinker
It's a
support.
Shadow Fiend safe lane and a Slaughter off lane. Actually, this time
Okay.
I like Team Nepal's draft way better than the previous one. I think they have a very decent draft right now.
Especially their supports. It feels more stable, I would say, their supports.
Yeah.
But looking at the side of Team India's support, they have more late game ability. Like, if
Yeah.
it goes late, I think Tinker and Tiny does a lot more than what Flock and Hoodwink can do.
If I have to worry about something, then I would worry about this Tinker, to be honest. Because that's the only thing that bothers me. That support Tinker is gonna cost so much trouble for you in lanes and everywhere, and he has taken the facet of repair bots, which does let him heal his teammates. So I guess this is gonna be a position 5 Tinker, so he's gonna be constantly healing this Ven in the lane. So the Slaughter has to play safe on the lane. Slaughter does have a clockwork with him, so if they get caught on the lane, they might die. But if they don't get caught, I think this Ven will be able to farm. And you know Sven is basically Sven. He's just gonna, like, even if he fails the lane, he's just gonna quickly leave the lane, go to jungle, and start farming there, and probably gonna recover from the jungle.
From the stacks as well, because we saw last game how much stacks Team India made for their mid laner. So this game, I think it might go to the friend. Game number 2. Looks like
Okay.
Team Nepal heard our prayers and they've fixed up their drafting pace. And it seems to be an even sort of draft from both sides. But then I feel the SF, if the Sven can get close to him, like last game, Ursa jumping the Morphling. If the Sven can latch onto the SF, it's going to be a hard game.
It definitely feels like it's going to be a hard game. Another smoke coming in. Team India always tries to make some plays happen during the first blood. They actually use a different kind of position every single time. But this time around, it looks like Team Nepal are using the similar tactics as Team India used in the previous game, just in a different way, as they're going to be holding on to the high ground and they're going to be getting closer to that tower. The smokes are going to be broken out, so Puzzle is spotted out, and they're going to take the Watcher as well. So India is already well aware that the Team Nepal is onto their high grounds, and they're not going to be going towards that area anymore. MNZ is still just waiting out on that corner, knowing that he is very tanky with those 2 gauntlets of strength and 2 circlets. So he does feel a bit safer there, and Team India is going to be hovering towards the other side of the map to take the other 2 runes.
Oh, looks like they are not settling for 2. Are they going to contest? A puzzle on the clock, moving closer. Closer?
Okay.
No, I think...
Actually, he's just
Oh,
poking around.
the Sven.
They actually
the
get
Sven.
MNZ.
Oh, but
was
he
all by
knifed him.
himself.
I think
He
it
does
was
have
some...
another raise though, but he cannot go near him to connect that raise. MNZ will be able to deal quite a bit of damage to. I mean, they will be able to deal quite a bit of damage to MNZ, but he's gonna walk straight into the base, healed up, and then use the TP. Now, both of the carries use their TPs, and this is a crucial information that both of this team have. Now,
Exactly.
if one of these carries dies, that
It's
is gonna
literally
be very,
over.
very, very, yeah, very bad for them.
So they need to be careful now. They have to, both teams need to make sure that their carry does not get picked off or gets low in
Football.
HP.
Oh, look at the football. Clockwork's playing the football top lane with the cogs. It's very annoying. I remember I was playing a Timbersaw one day, and then the clock just would casually walk up to me, the enemy clock, and then just put me inside the cog, and then would just burn my mana. Would just throw a cog at me, and then I would just keep on, bam, 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 bam. There's nothing you can do about that.
It just keeps chain linking from one to the other. Exactly. Well, bot lane, as you mentioned, it looks like the Tinker with the heal and Sven are having a good time down there. It doesn't look like Sven has any chances of going down unless they make rotations. And looking at the other side of the map, looks like... Oh, mid lane looks a little scary. Session might go down if he has Sunstrike. No Sunstrike from the side of Invoker.
Yep. Invoker's kind of having a trouble laning against this this Leshrac this time around. Last game he was dominating with that puck because he was a straight counter to the Storm Spirit, but this time around he does have to face a little bit of challenge. Now you do have to remember Invoker is changed right now, and he's playing with the new facet agonistic, so he does not get the regen from his quas anymore. So
I think he gets something when he denies creeps XP, was it? With agnostic?
Yes.
If I were to
it's in it. It's not his facet.
Oh, sorry, it's in it, yes.
Yeah, he
They
always
just
does
changed
get that.
how the orbs work. Oh,
a bee?
Invoker? Oh.
Gotta be careful. Try to get the courier. Another right click should finish him off, but Session is actually not interested in killing him at all. He's just gonna leave him hanging like that, and I think that is more hurtful to him because
damaging,
he cannot
yes.
contest. Yeah, more damaging than killing him, and he comes back with full HP and regen and possibly try to use some spell on you. He does get a healing salve up, and gonna be getting that though. And drop down the sentry, which does misses the observer ward
Just misses it.
by a little bit. That's actually
He's checking
very
if it's on the
sad.
high ground and he's going to realize, nope, it's not there.
Nope, it's not.
Bot lane still looking.
And,
are they gonna go in? No, that armor just a little bit too high.
I like the way Team India plays. You see the Sven is already level 3 despite having that rough start this early on the top lane. Looks like Akuma is gonna right click down Pampu this time. Pampu no longer that hard support because against an SF you gotta be careful with those raises.
Slow.
If you get hit by those raises, it is tough. It is hard.
It's fun, it's fun.
What do you do?
Well, looks like Invoker is somehow managing to recover now slowly,
Yep.
but the other lanes seem to be stable other than the top.
Oh, bottom lane. Looks like they are going on to the
top
Stinker.
lane.
Tinker receiving
All
damage. You
times.
gotta remember that they have the March of Madness ready, so it is kind of hard to get a kill onto them if they have those March of Machines up.
Exactly. And
Because
top
that
lane
heals
they
you a
managed
lot.
to get, yeah, they managed to
per
get that
second is
Ripper
21.
kill.
Yeah.
Quite high. No wonder the bot lane looks a little safe because Tinker is just a little bit too strong right now. Too much heal. And the armor from Sven makes them nigh unkillable. Well, bot lane again. Oh, but he just puts the march and stands tall.
Oh, bottom
Oh,
lane.
they might
looks
get the
like,
kill. They
the
might.
Hoodwink.
Oh,
He does
Tinker.
not die. Yes, he finally dies.
He
Tinker
gets
with the
it
right
by the
click
blood
will be able to
grenade.
finish him off. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a problem, right? Sven does have a stun, and then Tinker does a lot of damage. And every time Slaughter comes to hit you, Tinker is gonna laser you, and then you're not able to hit Sven anymore. So they got everything that they need here.
Earlier, I don't know if you noticed, but the Tiny managed to get the kill on SF. He managed to get his revenge for getting killed by SF, and I think top lane has somewhat balanced. Oh, Tiny coming mid now.
Oh,
Good.
again,
TP coming in
Combo
from
doing
the
same
clock.
thing he did, but he gotta be careful. Now they are going back.
Nice.
They don't want to fight inside the Diabolic Edict. They know how
Yep.
powerful that is.
Top lane looks fine. Bot lane too. Looks like they're just settling into their lanes now.
Yep. Oh, Selim, he's back. He does have a bushwhack available,
Matrix.
but the defense matrix, man, is just not gonna be able to do much. 10% status resistance at level 1. And when you have it max level, it's 40% status resistance. How do you kill that Sven with 40% status resistance and this much armor? And if he buys a Sanji and Yasha, that's even more. I think they should do something about the Tinker support, but now they have to do something about
Sven.
this Sven. But look at the heal
Oh, the
coming in. The
heal.
bushwhack will connect. The max bushwhack and the heal is
He's
there
just
as
staying
well.
in.
No more
Oh,
available.
the
Defense
shield.
matrix is there to drop him, to survive him for the time being, but no longer because the
he
Hoodwink
gets
will be able to
killed.
right click him down. But Sven is gonna be happy with that death because he had to die anyways to go in his base and refill up. But
Yep.
he's gonna get the kill of Slaughter first before he
Oh,
dies.
top lane.
Top lane,
Oh,
the avalanche, the
that
cross
is
combo
good.
is there.
It could be a double.
Shadow Fiend is no longer there.
Oh,
Nabi, what a
double
fine
kill.
rotation by him, and that's a double kill. Team India again playing very, very aggressively and making those rotations happen.
It looked like bot lane was going to go back, but after they get that kill on Slaughter, it was well worth it. Sven gets to go home, refill, and come back. Even though he died to the Hoodwink, so not too bad. Slaughter didn't get the XP. Oh, Tinker. Higher level than the Sven. Oh, March of the Machines.
But they
Leshrac
have the
coming
heal,
in
so I
bot
think
now.
they're fine.
Oh, but do they see the Leshrac? The Leshrac. The Sven, they decide to go on the Sven instead of the Tinker. Oh, but they have the Dawnbreaker coming in.
Ooh. The Starstorm
And
is
the Tiny.
there now, but the Tiny is
my
here
God,
with
the
the Avalanche and
combo.
Toss combo deals so much damage, and they're able to turn everything around. They lose the Tinker, but they get
That's
2
just a
cores
support.
in exchange.
Yep. That's just
Just
a
a
support.
support.
He's meant to die.
Position 5.
He cast all his spells and he's like, oh, you can kill me now. Looks like Team Nepal having a tough laning phase this game as well, but not as bad as last game, I would say.
Dude's top thing is about to get knocked over.
SF doing the old agriculture as well, top.
Radiant's
Invoker seems to be rotating top, but no. But he is on a ghost wall. I think they saw him with the ward because SF is heading to the jungle. And he's moving
And the
back
bottom
mid.
lane. They get another kill onto the Hoodwink. This
The
is
Hoodwink.
the problem, right? This Tiny support is just so active and
Oh,
deals so much
Invoker
damage
mid.
that every time they find someone. Oh,
Eh,
Invoker, look at that.
oh.
He's getting played on.
Pinball.
They played the paintball with him.
Yep. And I think
Throw
they
him
saw
here
him
and
because they had a sentry and an observer. Yep. They had a combo, so they saw him.
Yeah, and it's gonna be immediately dewarded though. He knows his stuff.
His nose.
And now Tinker hits his level 6 very, very early on. So he's going to be refreshing himself, going back and forth every single lane. He's not using that Arcane Boot yet. He's keeping it for his lane. He's like a mana delivery guy.
Exactly. My Sven needs me.
Yeah. Sven did leave the lane because he knows that if he stays in the lane, he might get ganked. So he's
He
going to
might
leave
get
it out.
ganked now, yep. And with the clockwork almost hitting level 6 too, quite risky to be in the lane right now.
Okay, looks like Ghost Walk used by the Invoker. They might actually try and find somebody. Looking towards
Leshrac?
that mid lane. They might go on that Leshrac. Leshrac shows up on the lane. Tiny is there. Gonna place a very deep ward. Look at that. And they get onto the Leshrac, and the Avalanche combo is there. The Starstorm is also going to be used, but not going to be there to save anybody there. The
and the
pause
pause
comes in. Ay.
Lag.
So it's a game issue, and they both disconnect immediately.
Looks like 1, 2, 3. Oh, they are at a disadvantage. Team Nepal only has 3 heroes to the 4 of Team India.
What's going on with the map? I think it's because of the Dawnbreaker's ult, right?
Oh yeah, it's the 10-minute mark.
Yeah,
it's daytime. So
and the pause timing with that, I think that's what caused the lag, to be honest.
Maybe because when Spectre uses Haunt 2, when Spectre uses Haunt 2, your game seems to lag every now and then. Okay, let's see what happens.
Called. Both of them are in the ice wall, so the cogs are going to be placed down. Luris will be able to get out of there thanks to the cogs. He does the animation, sends him out of the ice wall for some reason, and now the
Dawnbreaker going deeper.
Do they have enough damage? The Sunstrike!
He turned back to use Corrosive Haze.
Yeah, the Corrosive Haze actually saves him. Selim is gonna use his ultimate, and he's gonna wait out until he finishes the ultimate to toss him in. Because he knows as long as he's just standing there, it's gonna waste his time. But actually, he does not manage to get a kill. They did not die for that Hoodwink, and now they're focusing on the mid tower. They do have the siege creep, so these timings that I mentioned are very crucial because India started ganking in the mid lane around 9.5 minutes, so that they know when the siege creep comes at 10-minute mark, they will be able to harass and push this tower in. This is the sort of playstyle Team Liquid used to use with Insania and Zai and all the other players. I don't know if they're on a different team now, but yeah, before when they were really strong, I don't know if you remember, they played a lot of majors, they played a lot of finals. Even though that time I think
they kept losing to GG. They kept losing to Gaming Gladiators.
Losing finals. I was about to
forever
say that.
Forever second.
But Liquid was very stable team. Very stable team.
It was like, I think GG was just their kryptonite. Like, they just tended to fall apart whenever they faced Gaming Gladiators.
Panic.
So
whenever they saw Gaming Gladiators, whenever they saw they just panicked. Whenever they saw Quinn, they panicked.
Quinn with that long hair is just too scary.
Quinn with that long hair and that A4 Tech keyboard is very scary,
Well,
and
looks like
he apparently has 2 or 3 of them.
Oh. Just in case.
Leshrac's gonna be farming out some.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Quinn. He's a bit of a player with who talks.
Peculiar taste.
And peculiar taste. So if you are not to his liking, his keyboard might not withstand the incoming
keyboard
stuff.
warrior. Looks like they've kept the stack for Sven this game, or maybe they have a lot of stacks.
Oh, Invoker ganking the bottom lane. They missed the tornado.
They eclipsed the clockwork, but I think that's it. They can't get a kill.
That's it. I mean, you miss the tornado. After that, you don't really have much to follow up with unless you get an avalanche and toss combo.
And I think Tiny doesn't have a blink yet, so they can't engage.
Yeah. This game looks more stable for Team Nepal here as they are engaging onto 69 at the top lane. He does have a Blade Mill. He's going to be surviving for the time being with the Blade Mill. Does break out the cog before he could start throwing him inside that. 69 is going to survive for the time being, but the Battery Assault, last tick of the Battery Assault stops his Starstorm and he's going to be able to clear it out. Sven pops out his God Strength casually just to clear out the wave. He's like, nah. I ain't taking that.
Farming. Better to farm with it right now because I don't think he can risk going to engagements.
Oh,
Invoker?
top lane again, same place. Abhi goes inside. He's gonna be able to use the tornado, but that doesn't matter. The ice ball tornado was used, but the damage from Diabolic Edict is just too much. Session just jumps on top of him and just finish him out. This Leshrac is just dealing too much of a damage right now.
I think Abhi got that phone call again. That account number hate to
Yeah.
Asian moves right there, but I think he didn't expect them to be there right after they killed the Dawnbreaker. Maybe he was just looking for the clockwork that was staggering around at low HP. Maybe he thought he was farming in the jungle. But nonetheless, good pickoffs for the Team Nepal. They are coming back into it. 5k lead for Team India, not that much. Team Nepal looking much better this game as compared to the last.
They are, indeed. But I feel like this Leshrac, once he starts buying his items, once he has his Kaya, and once the SF starts getting active, I think it's going to be Nepal's game because these heroes are really strong. SF with his own armor reduction and combined with the corrosive haze coming in from Slardar,
yes.
it just deals too much damage. Even Sven's going to melt down. But then again, like you said, Sven is gonna be like the Ursa in the previous game. If he manages to drop down, bottom lane, they're actually engaging onto the Dawnbreaker. He does have the Blade Mail once again to sustain him. Look at the damage coming in.
Tinker heal!
The Blade Mail almost killing off that Leshrac, and Leshrac is finally gonna fall off, and the Avalanche is gonna get another kill. Pampu receives a double kill, mega kill streak for him. But do they have any more teammates here?
Stay in the march, stay in the march.
He does have the
Stay in the
toss.
march.
Toss. Wait, did he went to the base? No.
Yeah, he left him.
Go to base.
He left him.
Yeah. He does have the avalanche to survive him for the
He's
time.
back.
The defense
He's
package is
back.
there.
He's back.
And another toss is gonna finish him off. Pampus
Is he gonna get
that.
the last
He's
hit
finally
of
gonna
the...
get killed.
Yes. But
The
he didn't let
with
it
the acorn shot does finish
finally
him
matches.
off,
But is that worth
man,
it?
oh man. That is
One
not worth it at all.
Dawnbreaker, like one core and the support for the price of 2 cores. That to your mid.
Yeah.
And he was having a good
just
game.
Overextended there. Yeah. Whole Nepal was having a good game until they just did
Tried to
that.
throw it. Caster curse, I would say.
Maybe not. I wouldn't call it a throw. I would just say
No, but I mean like
just
they
overextending.
threw away those kills.
They missed the hook shot.
Managed to get the movement speed from War, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Sven, I think used his ult earlier to farm the ancient stacks. He is farming his BKB next, and then I think he'll think and consider joining the fights.
I guess you need a BKB on Sven, to be honest, because of all the spells that he has.
Yep.
You don't want to get inside there.
It's like
And with the armor,
each hero has something
Yeah.
to annoy you this game. And all Sven wants to
Especially
do is
this
chop
Leshrac.
chop. Exactly.
Oh, in mid line and mid lane, they get catch onto the Shadow Fiend.
Invoker
Shadow Fiend will
walked
not
in.
be able to escape from there. Invoker is getting jumped on in the back line. He's gonna drop down the ice wall. He's gonna survive for the time being. Pegasus comes in with the defense matrix. He does have the laser available. He doesn't use the laser the first time. He is gonna still keep on spamming the defense matrix. They do not lose the Invoker. Meanwhile, in the back line,
Sven is back.
Pampu trying to get on that. Sven is back here. The tornado comes in.
Tornado
will
catches
hit onto two
everyone.
heroes. Catches everyone. Sven goes inside as well. The hook shot will be missed, and Pampu gets a double kill as well. The avalanche catches onto Slardar as well, and that's gonna be a team wipe.
Team wipe,
for
yeah.
Team Nepal.
Team
And
wipe.
they just call it
GG. Why? 17 minutes.
What?
What just happened?
That's exactly my question. What just happened?
It didn't look like it was over. They had... Well, that caught us off guard.
I guess, the SCA tilting mechanism
Oh,
came in.
lose
but,
lane, lose game. But they didn't lose the lane this game.
I called it. It was gonna be that Tinker who's gonna be making the difference. And I think it was the Tinker.
Yeah, he was all over the map. He was helping his allies, keeping them alive. The march, stay in the march. That kept them alive, and I think I think the Sven joining the fight and seeing his items might have been the trigger. Like he just comes in, hits you once.
So.
Two people die.
Yeah, and I think that Tinker was just so
Too
annoying
annoying,
at a
yeah.
point, and they knew that once they start getting off
Snowballing,
in that
yeah.
game, it's kind of hard to recover from that, because they know after that fight, what would have Team India done is like take completely map control, and there's nothing that they can do, because like Tinkers everywhere in the map. You got Sven farming the jungle like crazy. They've got a lot of people to shove the wave, and even if you try to take somebody solo every time, like there's a possibility where you can like, oh, the team is so far ahead, we can do some solo pickoffs and try to recover, try to get back in the game. That's not possible in the game because they have a hoodwink. Sorry, they have a Dawnbreaker
They have
who's
a
global,
Tinker.
who's gonna come every time you try to do a solo pickoff, and they have a Tinker as well. How do you recover from this game? It seemed impossible, so I guess Team Nepal did their studies and thought about calling the GG, but
Could have been a tactical GG
Yeah.
because, like, why waste their energy in a game that looks kind of hopeless? Not exactly 100%, maybe like I would say 75%, maybe hopeless, but maybe they're saving their energy for tomorrow's games. Maybe they're like, okay, we lost to India,
Maybe.
but everybody else, be careful. We have. Okay.
Yep, and
now-
we will be looking towards the MVP screen, and it's gonna be Pampu with that
Right.
tiny. Yes,
Oh, he made a
did
lot of
deal,
plays.
quite a bit of damage.
He made a lot of plays.
He made a lot of plays. Every
Exact-
time there's a team fight, you see 2 people, 3 people caught in his avalanche.
Exactly.
And you gotta give it out to him. And Session again, once again, from the side of Team Nepal, bringing his team something, delivering his best, trying his best with that Leshrac. He was dealing quite a bit of damage until everything started going south, until that Dawnbreaker started coming in with all those heals and with that Blade Mill. And I think that Blade Mill really, really hurt a lot.
Exactly, and like you mentioned, they were doing a lot of damage, but after Tinker started getting his items, after Dawnbreaker started ulting into the fights, I think Tinker got his Holy Locket as well. They were not doing any damage, and with Sven armor also in the fight, it started looking bleak, and I'm starting to understand why Team Nepal would want to GG out.
Okay, and looks like I have a little bit of problem with my camera. I don't know, the Elgato software sometimes starts being funky for no reason. I apologize to everybody for that. And yeah, there we go. That's me. I'm back. I am invisible and static like you now, Grubby. But yeah, with that said, we are actually done with the series tonight. We have another series as the production called in, which is gonna be Bangladesh versus Pakistan. Am I correct? Okay, so we have Bangladesh versus Pakistan game 2, which we're going to be showing in the live as well. This game was supposed to be yesterday, but since the Dota bug and stuff happened, we postponed the game, and it is currently being played. Since we're done early, we can show that game on the live right now. But we're going to go on a short little break. After the break, we're going to be back with the game 2. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back.
Okay.